I'm Phil Gaimon. I was a pro cyclist for 10 years. Now I'm retired, but I still train as hard as I can to set the best times on the toughest climbs I can find and go on fun adventures on my bike all over the world. This is Worst Retirement Ever.
Hi folks, coming to you from Aspen. We know you're in Aspen, Phil. It was in the thumbnail and or the video title. Well, that's just how you introduce videos, by saying where you are. So put up with it. I'm in Aspen. So I'll be honest, this year has been a little bit weird where due to travel is strange, my fitness has not been where I want it to. So I've not like planned a bunch of trips like I normally have in the past on the Worst Retirement Ever. Instead, I've sort of just allowed trips to happen to me. And due to various weddings and my friend being in Park City, this year has kind of become the tour of fancy ski towns. So this trip is for the wedding party. They had the real wedding in Latvia. So this is Tom Squinch and his wonderful wife, Abby, who are longtime friends and a former teammate. So their wedding, Abby grew up in Aspen, like before Aspen was crazy Aspen. So on the way, we swung by, I'm sure you remember Ben Foster from my videos. They moved to a weird undisclosed location in Colorado. So we swung through there, hung out with them for a couple days, and then headed this way. It's cold. There was like 6-7 inches of snow at Ben and Kelton's place, but it's incredibly beautiful. This trip has reminded me that net gaiters are for warmth also, and not just for pandemics. So I'll admit, I forgot how to travel. When I was at home, I have, one of those electric toothbrushes that gives you, turns off after 2 minutes or whatever. The other day at Ben and Kelton's house, I was brushing my teeth with, I've got a manual toothbrush that I travel with. And I was like, I've been brushing my teeth. Like it didn't automatically shut off because it's a regular damn toothbrush. And I might have brushed my teeth for 7 or 8 minutes. What do you think? Pretty good, yeah? Probably something in there. I also forgot to pack. So normally like I have a whole suitcase that just like all my sponsor correct stuff lives in. And I forgot my, somebody just honked at me. I also have like a suitcase that all my kind of sponsor correct stuff typically lives in. And that's been scattered. So I forgot my First Endurance water bottle. I had to steal one from Emily, which to be fair, I packed her bag also with the bike stuff. But I assure you there is First Endurance in that. So hopefully that makes up for this breach of contract. The first ride I'm doing here, normally I save the KOM part for the end of these trips, but like the wedding party is this afternoon. I assume there will be certain forms of alcohol there. And as my Whoop has told me that you don't want to go for KOMs in any form of hungover. So I'm trying to get that out of the way first. So the KOM, I looked it up. I was like, what's the big KOM for Aspen? It was Independence Pass, which is, the KOM's like a little over an hour. It's 18 miles. It goes up to ridiculously high altitude. And I was like, cool, that looks like a good one. And then I went to look at it, and the current KOM is held by Kyle Murphy from the Tour of Colorado in 2015. And I was like, wait a minute, I was in that bike race. And as I recall, I was in the breakaway. I think it was just me and Kyle Murphy sprinting for the KOM at the top. So I wasn't on the Strava leaderboard, but I went through my old files and I found it. I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if I already had this KOM? And put me second. I'm 7 seconds down on Kyle Murphy from the race in 2015, which I'm sorry, it's hilarious. I thought that was great. I also have to point out, if you read Draft Animals, you might remember what the Tour of Colorado 2015 was like for me, which is not good. That's one of those, like, if I had a Whoop back then, I'd have been in the red like for a month solid. That was when I was having some relationship troubles at home, to put it mildly. And then my dad's cancer, which was in remission for 5 years, came back pretty bad. And it was during Utah I kind of found that out. and you get a week between Utah and Colorado. So my thought was like, all right, I'll finish this race season out, and then I'll go home to Atlanta to see my folks. And at some point, that just came to a head during the trip of Colorado. So the KOM was set on August 20th. August 21st, my dad's birthday. And halfway through that stage, I just caught myself crying and stopped in the feed zone and flew home. So I think that's sad. So in a lot of ways, my levels are a lot better now. Anyway, I'm in the yellow today, not in the I haven't slept because I'm miserable and my life is rough. But this is a 4% gradient, which is quite draftable, and I'm racing against a full peloton and, you know, surges and attacks and stops and starts. But I'm not thinking I'm going to improve on my second place, but I think it'll be fun to try. And either way, there's going to be some views on this one. Kyle Murphy, by the way, nice guy. He's still racing. He's on rally. Had a really cool year. I think he won 2 stages at like a pretty big race in Portugal. So he won't be hurt if I magically get this KOM. I don't know how you warm up when it's this cold out, because it starts high and finishes crazy high. I'm just gonna have to be really conservative in the effort. I have been feeling better lately, like fitness-wise, you know, slow but steady. I'm not exactly ready for the altitude, but I think this will be a solid effort for me and where I'm at now. I did slather in Lactigo this morning at the hotel. Also in the not remembering how to travel, I forgot my little Seasucker mount. So Emily is gonna have to drive and leapfrog me and film me going by, which is fine for an hour-long KOM. You don't wanna watch that whole thing anyway, that's too much. As the watts are gonna be low because we're high up. Anyway, here's Emily.
I get to watch the whole thing instead.
You have to put up with it. Yeah.
It'll be fun, guys.
Here, take that. I'll throw those in. Here's all of these things.
All right, guys, it's you and me.
Goodbye, Phil. Into the sun.
Walking back to the car, just wasting battery. Sorry, I got a backup camera that hopefully is charged. And if it's not charged, not my fault. Wasn't my responsibility. I'm last minute cameraman here. Okay, so I didn't realize that this camera was touchscreen, and I accidentally hit the settings button and it was on time warp for the past I don't know how long. So I fixed it, but I don't know what I just took footage of. So apologies in advance, Phil, if I fuck something up. Okay, we're gonna continue, but not before we get one more final view of this beautiful situation that I'm in.
Oh, look at how fun.
Okay, enough. There's Phil. I guess this wasn't the top. So let's go see if we can make it to the top before he does. He'll be coming around the mountain. All right, I made it. I'm from Miami, and this is the 3rd time I ever see snow. I'm pretty excited. I'm not gonna do it. I'm chickening out. You did it! I missed. We'll get him after.
Hell of a ride.
How'd it go?
Strangled me at this very moment. You'd be redundant because I still can't breathe.
Oh, I want to get this.
Did my snot freeze?
Yeah,
I thought my snot
it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna go from regular post-ride pain to really cold like that. But right now I'm pretty cool. Look at the...
Congratulations on your engagement.
Made a friend at the top, Mike. I like your gator. Who do we have here? Sorry, Emily misses. I miss the dogs too.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
This is Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
I run the local mountain bike trail association.
Oh, very cool.
So very much not opposed to riding my mountain bike up here
Okay.
before the road is open for the
You need like
season.
a 8-inch tire fat bike for this?
Well, you know, they start plowing it.
Right.
And I'll be pushed through the last half mile maybe.
Emily's so happy right now. The thing is, you can't go that hard when you're at 11,000 feet. So like at the time, I'm like, well, I'm maxed out. But it's not like I'm gonna be sore as far as like a muscular. It's weird. Altitude is weird. I got my robe from, we're staying at the W Hotel, which is a very classy, nice hotel, but like in a modern way, not in like a hoity-toity, old people way. It's cool. And of course, my favorite feature is this very warm robe, which I don't think you're supposed to take out of the room, but I did. All right, I'm interrupting real quick. I'm back home, and just to put the ride into better context, I'm looking at it on Strava. All the fastest times on here are from like the handful of times the Tour of Colorado raced this pass. So, and I could tell like right away I was flying the first couple miles and just hemorrhaging time on my Wahoo on the Strava Live segment. So realistically, like no one person is going to go faster than the pack did on this effort. But if you look through, the fastest time that was solo is Paul Willis, who's 57th place at an hour 15:52. My time of 1:11 puts me at like 41st all time. So if you go ride Independence Pass, that's your benchmark. Don't try to compare yourself against the packs drafting and basically cheating is my point. Anyway, back to Aspen, other things.